Not a good end to this game, was it? If you're rooting for Sacramento, I mean, wow, 116 to 105. You ready for these numbers? The Kings were up 101 to 97 at the halfway point of the quarter, right? Got all the momentum after a big third quarter. 101 to 97. And then all of a sudden, the Pacers closed the game out on a 19-4 run. And they win it 116 to 105. I'm going to keep asking this question. What is Doug Christie doing? Explain to me why Russell Westbrook plays 40 minutes tonight, why Zach LaVine plays 38 minutes, why DeRozan plays 36 minutes, why Max Reynolds only plays 23 minutes. I don't understand anything that is going on with the Sacramento Kings. I don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. Russell Westbrook playing 40 minutes, and listen, I know he had a triple-double and everything, but, we keep on talking about the development. Like, where are we going here? What is going on with this team? There's no rhyme or reason from game to game. But that was a disastrous final 6 minutes, being outscored 19-4. Jerry Reynolds joins us. Rhino in Sacktown is off tonight. Jerry, thank you for coming on, watching not your team, but your hometown state, an arena that we love going to with a lot of great memories, that great venue in downtown Indianapolis. What's your take on what you just watched?
Well, the first half, they really just didn't come to play. I thought the defense was as soft as we've seen all year long. I mean, the Pacers are not a good team. They're playing better of late. That's true. But you shouldn't get in a hole like that. And then we saw, I thought, with kind of with Chua and Reynolds and Keon Ellis, the kind of scrappy bunch, kind of got them back in. The defense changed and really forced some turnovers for them. And I'm with you a little bit. I don't understand down the stretch the lineup, because it really wasn't efficient at all. And Russ was terrific, but he also tried to do a little too much. But it's no disrespect to Russ at all, because he looked like he's 27 again. But the point is, he isn't. And I'm with you. I mean, there's just no reason for Reynolds and Nick Clifford not to play a good deal more. In my mind,
it makes no sense to me. It just doesn't. You just can't explain it to me, Jerry, to where I'm going to go, oh, yeah, I get it. 23 minutes for Max Reynolds when he was playing well, and Nick Clifford only plays 14 minutes again. Like, what is the plan here? That's what I keep asking, Jerry. What's the plan? There doesn't seem to be a plan.
Well, it doesn't seem to be with those two guys. Not like it appears they deserve. And I think we've all been frustrated with the Keon Ellis situation. It's not that he's been playing great, but certainly when he's on the floor, the defense gets better. And and he's young. Like I say, I if you're going to err on the side of youth at this stage, that it's just that simple, really. And I think Precious Achiuwa really has earned a lot more minutes as well. He's a young player. There's no reason to believe that he's not going to get better. And certainly, so I don't understand. I don't understand the minutes for those guys. And I have to say too, I was very disappointed in Keegan Murray's play. I just didn't think it wasn't lack of effort, but he just didn't get anything done.
I mentioned this on my radio show today. I think I speak for you. I'm a big fan of Keegan Murray, but his offensive game has got to become more consistent. And I'm tired of the excuses, well, whatever they may be. Not from him, from fans, from whatever. He's in his fourth year now. He's not a pup. All right. And now this was, now we're 8 games in after the injury. So he should be ready to go. He should be up to speed. And tonight he was terrible offensively. He just was.
Yeah, I agree. I'm very disappointed because, we saw, I thought, some early consistency from him when he first came back. But tonight, he simply has got to produce a lot better than that. I mean, I understand the best of players have off scoring, but he's got to be a double digits scorer every night.
Every night.
Every night. And then, some nights get the 25s and something. But yeah, he really was disappointing. And, this team can't afford that. I mean, he's a main guy and he's got to play like one.
Jerry, the Kings are 6-18. Right, that's not an accident. They're 6-18 for a reason, and there's not just one reason. There are many reasons, and I just wonder how many times we're going to have to come on the postgame show and ask what the plan is. Like, I thought we saw the trend in Houston and saw it again against Miami, but tonight against a 5-win team, you're playing your veterans almost 40 minutes to a man. Like, it doesn't add up to me. It just doesn't. I know we've already gone over this, but like, I mean. At what point do you just understand, and you've been in this, so I'm asking you because you've been a coach where you knew you weren't going anywhere, all right? And you knew that, hey, the season is what it is. Like, as an organization, at what time do you just decide we're moving all of our chips to this area and this is what we're going to do, and we're going to tell the fans what we're going to do, or we're not going to tell the fans what we're going to do, but they're going to know what we're going to do based on our actions? The actions are different every night. I don't know what's going on with this team.
Well, I think you really hit on it. I mean, I really think that, we as fans need to have some idea of exactly what the direction is. Okay, we start the year and say, okay, we think this team can be good. That's what you guys feel. I mean, we all question the roster, but I mean, clearly, as you said, you're 6-18, 6-18, and as I've said many times, and I believe it is like, if in fact you're an older team and you're not winning, there's no reason to have older players any longer than you have to, or certainly, it can't work.
Yeah.
They don't get better as they get older generally, in every way. So I would just like say from the top down to really say we are real, and clearly we are going with the youth movement here going forward, and to make sure our young players are obviously our vets, we respect them, blah blah blah, but they're going to have to take a back seat while we move on with the season.
All right, I'm going to ask you just for a guess. We know that the owner can at times not see things clearly from the big picture point of view. The Kings, even with the loss, are only 3 games back of the 10th spot. Do you think that maybe they're delusional enough to think, oh, you know what? We can still make it, and you never know what can happen? I mean, that would be a stupid way of thinking, because whoever comes out of that 9th and 10th spot, they're going to have to play Oklahoma City in the first round, and that's going to be a 4-game massacre. But, I mean, the Kings are a bad team right now. They're 6-18. But they're only 3 games out of 10. Could that be part of the thinking? Oh, you know what? We need to win a couple games so we're right back into relevancy with the top 10?
I think it might be. I don't know how much longer you can play that game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think that might be it. But I'm probably on your side here, is that if in fact you only hope to get in the play-in, I'm just not sure that makes any sense either. I mean, I understand when you start the season, you can at least rationalize to yourself, we think we can get in the top 8 or something. But short of that, yeah, and like you say, I mean, really as fans, we've seen the play-in now 2 straight years, and really would like, especially with older guys, again, with the older guys, you get in the play-in. Where's that going? It's a little different. If you had, if Portland gets in the play-in, they'd view that differently.
Yeah. Jerry, the Kings were up, as I said before you came on, 101-97. They had the complete momentum of the game. And then Indiana went on a 19-4 run. Nembhard hit a couple of threes. Mathurin, made the big shot. But something else I noticed in the final couple of minutes, the Pacers got every loose ball. Right? They were, the hustle was so apparent that it was much greater from the team wearing white jerseys when the big plays had that. That's alarming to me. You had the game there. It's right there for the taking. And you got out hustled on almost every big play in the final 4 to 5 minutes of this game tonight.
Well, several times, the Pacers got 3 shots or more.
Yes.
And and I did think it was a real problem for the Kings all night taking care of the ball. Just really sloppy ball handling. And, the assist turnover ratio, again, we've talked about so much, just wasn't very good. And, the Pacers definitely outworked the Kings. I did think there was a stretch there in the third quarter, in early fourth, where the Kings were the better team, but it was only for about 8 or 10 minutes.
Jerry, when you were on with us after the Miami game, I said, okay, now I want to see what the Kings are going to show me in a game where they're really expected to win, a game where you can, okay, this is a game you should win. The Miami game, I think, was a schedule game. I'm not taking anything away from Sacramento, but all teams go through that. Then I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. You just beat a good team. Let's see what you do against a bad team. You're a bad team. You're playing another bad team. They had a worse record than you had, and you lose by 11 points. So, again, it's 1 step forward with this team and 2 steps back.
Yeah, it really bothered me because I felt the same way. I mean, you're coming in with some momentum.
Yep.
Both teams rested. Both teams circling this game as a win, and really right there in the first quarter, it was established. The Pacers were playing much harder. The defense that first quarter for the Kings, I thought, was as soft as we've seen all year. I mean, there's 35 points given up in the first quarter, and they controlled the half pretty easy. So, I mean, it's just a terrible, disappointing thing to see a team come out after, you're saying, hey, maybe there'll be a little carryover. And the only carryover was really soft defense.
Yeah. Jerry, I don't mean to be disrespectful to Russell Westbrook because I wish everybody on the team played as hard as he did. But isn't one of the big problems with the Kings right now that Russell Westbrook's your best player on most nights?
Exactly it. And I mean, and the guy, he's a marvel. He's a physical friggin' marvel.
Yes, he is.
At 37, and as you said, he still balls out, the hardest worker. You can't question his hustle, but he should be a 20-minute off the bench guy.
Exactly.
At best, like he was last year in Denver. That's really what he should be, and that's you can't blame him. I mean, he's going to play, but you're right. That's a real clear message.
Yeah,
right
I said this on my radio show. If you think I'm crazy, tell me. So you've told me that many times in the past. But we have Devin Carter, who's now in the G League, which I love. I think he needs some work and get him down there. In the very near future, wouldn't you just have a talk with Russ and go, hey, we love what you've done for us, but man, you got to get out of here. And how about we release you, have your agent before we release you, see if you got any, nibbles out there. You need to go to a good team. Sir, I really mean that. And that way you can play Devin Carter, you can play Keon Ellis, you can play Nick Clifford the minutes they get, and you don't have a guy that's taking 30 to 40 minutes off the play sheet every night. I mean, would you do that? I would.
I think you have to. I mean, you have to do something there. I mean, because in Russ's situation, that as good as he's playing, I mean, it's a 1-year deal.
Going to be back at some point soon.
Yeah, and I mean, you really do have to. I think give Devin Carter a chance here. I mean,
agreed.
I don't know how good he is. Nobody does. I in my mind, I know he's potentially a very good defender.
Yeah,
and that's a good place to start on a team that really doesn't play very good defense. So, I think with DeRozan and Russ and maybe even Schroeder when he comes back. I mean, these guys have, you can say we've just got to make decisions here for the best for the franchise, and hopefully you guys can adjust. And we'll hope to find you somewhere better that fits you better at this stage. And it's going to have to come from upper management. Sure. That's for sure.
All right, I want to get to this from Louis. Grant, has your opinion changed on Russ? You said he was a horrible signing. He would be great on a contending team. No, it doesn't change at all. And the reason why my opinion doesn't change is, to me, it made no sense for this team. Okay, and here's another one. This team would suck without Westbrook. I don't know if you're aware of this. The team sucks with Westbrook. Here's the point that I made about Russell Westbrook. For where this team is right now, and I'm a big picture guy, okay? I don't look at like right now. I'm looking at the big picture. The signing of Westbrook made no sense to me because it was going to retard the growth of the younger players, which to me, this year is all about. It was going to stunt the growth of your Devin Carters, of your Keon Ellises, of your Nick Cliffords. I'm not a fan of that because I'm looking at the big picture. And the reality is the quicker that those players can develop, especially Clifford, and in my opinion, Carter, then you're in a much better position to build your team furthermore in this offseason. With Russell playing some nights 30 minutes and tonight 40 minutes, you're taking away valuable growth minutes to what is necessary. Again, the team right now is 6-18. They probably right now would be 4-20 without Westbrook. That's not worth 2 games in the win column. So, yeah, I didn't understand the signing. I still don't understand the signing. And I am a proponent and have said so publicly that they need to release him so he can go play somewhere else and the Kings can get back to what the main goal of this season is, and that's developing your talent to see where you're at the end of the year. So, no, my opinion has not changed at all.
Yeah, the one thing I'm on record saying that before this thing happened, I said when there were rumors of Westbrook before even Schroeder signed, I said, if I could have rationalized signing Russ for 1 year, but not signing Schroeder.
Right. Yes.
But once Schroeder was signed for a multi-year
Makes
deal,
no sense.
That's the problem, and clearly, I think with Russ and the young guys, and you didn't have Schroeder. I mean, I think that it would make a lot more sense and it'd be easier to control. But once Schroeder was signed, and now you've got clearly 2 older point guards, and one, and of course Russ. Well, anyway, it didn't make sense when they signed him, and he's a hell of a player, first ballot Hall of Famer, and I would like to see him get a chance to.
I would too.
With another somebody. I mean, in other words, a team that really probably could use a guy like him, and I think there's 4 or 5 teams in the league that really
here
could.
We go. Grant, casual fans love seeing Russ play at Golden One Center. He brings the hustle every night. There's a saying that as a general manager, when you start thinking like the fans, you become a fan. Okay. The reality is that's true, but you don't run your organization that way. You're not going to keep Russell Westbrook because the fans want to watch him play. That's stupid. Okay. You don't worry about that as much as like we can talk about it here. That's a non-issue, what the fans want, what they don't want. What the fans want is winning basketball, okay? They don't want to watch a 6-18 team with a point differential of -11, despite whether you have a Hall of Famer on it or not. So the quicker you can get to that point, the better it's going to be for the fans.
Well, I mean, there's no doubt that people enjoy seeing him play. I enjoy seeing him play, but that's not the point. It kind of goes back to the old Jeff Petrie statement. In his days, he said, if you want to lead an orchestra, the band leader has to turn his back on the crowd. I mean, and you can't.
Right, you turn your back to the audience if you've
got to turn your back to the audience
if you're a conductor in the orchestra, huh?
You're going to have to make decisions that people don't like,
right? At
times, and this would be one. And I agree. Yeah, I'm a fan, maybe more than a casual. But I enjoy watching him play, but I don't think it's the best thing for this team at this time. If in fact you're trying to redo the team, and if you think the team is good the way it is, then I always say there's 2 ways to determine how good a team is. Look at the record and look at the win-loss margin. Yep. And right now the Kings are near the bottom in both categories.
I know that Malik Monk was terrible in the first half. He played 9 minutes and he didn't score. He was ineffective. But Malik's one of those guys where once he makes a shot, he can carry you for a while. Were you surprised he didn't play at all in the second half?
I really was, because, as you said, and as a casual fan, like I think people listening in here. I mean, Malik, he can become the Monkster. I mean, he can turn games around. We've seen it, and a lot. And so it's very surprising. And he's a guy too that, he's not a guy you're going to see his game in 7 or 8 minutes. Malik might be terrible for 7 minutes and absolutely the best player on the floor the next 7. And that's who he's always been. He's a spark plug, and sometimes it doesn't spark, but yeah, they get
Hey, can I interrupt you for a minute? Hey, Tony. Tony, do you have a hearing problem? I mean this. Do you have a hearing problem? We're not blaming Russ. And we're not blaming Russ at all. On the contrary, I just made a comment that when he's your best player, you're not a very good team. And I said that I wish that everyone played as hard as Russ did. We're not blaming him. We're just talking about the reality of the situation. Where did you talk about like we're hating on Russ? Get your crap together, all right? Listen to what we're saying instead of being a freaking idiot. Seriously, it's unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable. I mean, look at the big picture here. The big picture is Jerry always talks about this. There's a thing over the court. It's called the scoreboard. Okay, like there's a reason why it's there. You keep score, and at the end of the game, you either win or you lose. Okay, that's professional sports. The Kings are 6-18. They're not going anywhere. They're a bad team. So become a better team in the future by knowing what you have with your younger players, and that's what this year needs to be about right now. And right now, it's not.
Yeah, at some point, I mean, you have to start building for the future. I mean, this team isn't as currently constructed, is not going to be your team of the future. It can't be. It can't be for several reasons. So, what are you going to do? You've got to make trades. You've got to get younger. You've got to develop younger players, and you've got to position yourself in the draft, and hopefully get cap room at some point to acquire free agents. In other words, all those things have to happen or need to happen this year.
Jerry, they're saying that they like your mid-century modern interior.
Well, it's an old townhouse up here in Lake Tahoe, and
what's the temperature outside?
I think it's about 35. It was nice today. I'll tell you what, I came up so I could see the sun.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, it's actually warmer up here during the afternoon than it is in Sacramento.
You know what? Yeah, the inversion layer is terrible right now in the valley. It's terrible. Like you can't see it. Like I know it's depressing. It's yeah.
So for those of you that don't like the interior, well, I won't let you in. How's that?
Hey, do you remember walking through the streets of Seattle one day with you, me, Coachy, and Herm Cole, and Herm was talking about, I don't know how anybody can live up here. It's so depressing with the weather and blah, blah, blah. And Herm was one of these guys that was very often not too like positive, and he was always negative. And I remember when we got back to the hotel, you go, how about Herm? Of all people, talking about the weather making you depressed. The guy, you said to me, the guy's depressed all the time.
Yeah, he wouldn't. I mean, he's not happy unless he's depressed.
I'll never forget that. The things that you remember on the walks.
Rodney McRae said with Coach Cole, he said he has a black cloud hanging over him all the time everywhere he goes. And it was really kind of true. But no,
well,
that's.
On that note, you gave me 25 good minutes tonight. I appreciate that. You enjoy your week up there in beautiful Lake Tahoe.
They're as good as I could give you, and I'm gonna get back here in this mid 1900s attire.
Yeah, and stop blaming Russell Westbrook. Would you please? Enough of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love the guy, but it's bless his heart, he needs to be playing for Detroit or somebody.
Yeah.
All right. See you, guys.
Bless your heart. You take care, okay?
All right. See you, Grant. Take care.
All right. That's beautiful. If you don't like Jerry Reynolds, you don't like human beings. Oh, boy. How great is he, huh? A night like this, terrible game, and I really have no idea. I have no idea what Doug's doing. I'm sorry. Okay? I really don't. I have no idea. I don't know. All right. Cabin Jerry is too cute. I would agree with that. Lake Tahoe. Jerry living the life. You know what I mean? Living the life. Hey, don't forget about New Works Plumbing. They've got a fix for you. Water heaters, water line repair, sewer repair, water filtration, gas lines. Give them a call at 916-713-1010 or go to newworksplumbing.com, NEWWRXplumbing.com. New Works Plumbing. They've got a fix for you. Kings lose tonight. They, I don't know what was going on. They get outscored 19-4 at the end of the game, and they lose 116-105 after being up by 4 points and coming from, what was it, 19 down? Crazy. Man. Crazy. What a horrible way to end the road trip against a team that entered play worse than you. Grant, I watched the Raiders game yesterday. I thought I was watching a Kings game. A lot of truth to that. Christy says the same things over and over in post games. I know. Then I make that comment and people say I got a vendetta against him and I'm being personal. And no, I'm not. I don't think he knows what he's doing enough to be a head coach. I don't mean to like slight him where he doesn't have any idea what he's doing. I don't think he's head coach material. I've been very open about that. All right. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. And I haven't just said that because they're losing. I said that last year. Thank you. We appreciate your support. But I'm sorry. That's how I feel. I'm going to always tell you how I feel. You know me. That's how I feel. All right. Hey, Village Financial Group. If you are in the market to buy a home, sell a home, get in touch with Spence at Village Financial Group. I'll give you the website in a minute, but give them a call at 916-805-4868. That's 916-805-4868. It makes sense to call Spence at Village Financial Group, buying a home, selling a home equity line of credit. Very experienced. I've known him for 25 years. That's when he began his family-owned business. Village Financial Group, VFGloans.com. They will take care of you. Spence is great. Very creative financing specialist. He's really good at what he does. All right, let's get to Javier. Javier, welcome to the show. Go right ahead.
How you doing today, Mr. Napier?
Good. How are you, Javier?
Just reminiscing on the Beam team. I just recall the quote that was said, we're all gonna soon watch the King show. And I don't know if you know what I'm referring to, back to the Christie interview. And if this is the King show, then I want to turn it off because they've lost 18 of 24. And I still look back to December of 24, now 12 months ago. They lost 5 straight and they did the worst thing they've done since not drafting Luka Doncic. Now was firing Mike Brown. And Ron Ryder indifferent. It's like a cartoon show. It's like a cartoon show. You play the Tyrese Halliburton list. You play the now Miles Turner now playing on the Bucks list. Bottom 3 teams in the Eastern Conference, Pacers, and you're playing these veterans. The only rhyme or reason I can see that they're doing this is to try to get them some spotlight to audition them off for acquisition by other teams. But I'm more than certain these teams know what they are going to acquire through any of these 5 veterans or so. And I just, like, the minute share is just mind-boggling to me. I don't understand. DeMar DeRozan is 36 years of age. He doesn't need to play 40 minutes. He needs to be playing 30 minutes at the most. And man, the King show is just not. It's just not what we thought we had a year ago. And it's like
embarrassing. I mean, there's no other way to say it. It's embarrassing.
And I feel bad for not just Kings fans. I feel bad for the area because we're no longer going to watch relevant basketball for who knows how long. Even the team down I-80 West, 90 miles or so away, they're battling for an 8 spot. Don't even know if they want any of the guys that we have on our team. And better yet, we're back to, they're just the Kings. Kangs. And I just for the life of me don't understand. Like you said, this King show is just absolutely abysmal, and it's just depressing. It's just not the way you want to see the holiday season.
Something else that happened in tonight's game, and I haven't even mentioned that until I just saw a text message. You see the difference between a really, really, really good coach in Rick Carlisle and in-game adjustments and what happens in crunch time and then what Doug does. It's just night and day. And we saw it in the playoff game against Dallas with Jason Kidd. You know, it's not me being like super negative or critical. It's just the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. It's just so apparent. It's just so apparent.
And what's a shame, and that's true, sir. And what's a shame is they were better off having Mike Brown and having Doug Christie as an assistant than this.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
are.
see how they thought by cutting the head coach that brought them to the playoffs, NBA unanimous coach of the year with Doug as a good assistant, and then getting rid of him and thinking that Christie being the head coach is going to make the program and the organization better. Just the logic in that is just so flawed. And I don't know what Perry's doing. Maybe this was all a plan of the contract they gave to him, a 2-year deal, 30-year thing is a team option. And he's one of the lowest paid coaches in the NBA, which is very disrespectful. But honestly, obviously, Christie rather doesn't have any, feet to stand on with that. But it's more or less, it seems as if they're going to give him the 2 years to more or less let these teams tank and get top 5 picks. And then Perry in 27 will get his own guy when they get Sabonis and or Levine off the books, and they'll go get his own guy, whether it's a New York guy, Detroit guy, etc. But ultimately, what does that do for the fans? When Perry tells the fans to be patient, and you see the guy that berates Zach LaVine, you see the Sacramento community is not trying to hear we're going to have to be patient. We've been patient since 2006.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. Hey, Javier, some very good points. I really appreciate you joining me tonight.
All right, you have a good day. I'll talk to you soon, sir. Thank you.
I look forward to that, Javier. Thank you. It's a disaster right now. There's just no other way to say it. Hey, Bennett's, don't forget about the Christmas Eve dinner reservations. Make that at Bennett's right now. Sacramento, Roseville, the West Side Grill. Dinners to go, always available. Go to Bennett'sRestaurants.com. Whether it's Sacramento, Roseville, or the West Side Grill in Rockland. Prime Seafood and Steaks. Just got a very nice message from somebody that was at brunch yesterday. I hope you loved it. It's always good to go to brunch at Bennett's on Saturday and Sunday. But don't forget about Christmas Eve reservations. Don't forget about your dinners to go for the holidays. Just go to Bennett'sRestaurants.com, Prime Seafood and Steaks. Kings get outscored 19-4 at the end of the game. 19-4 at the end of the game. Wow. I actually would like Sabonis to be part of the future because I think he's a really good player. He's the one veteran I would keep. He's the one guy I really would keep. I would. All right. I don't have anything else to say tonight. Do you? That was a disgusting finish. 19-4. The Kings are 6-18. How do I grade this road trip? Listen, I told you this, and a couple of people got mad at me. The game on Saturday in Miami meant nothing to me. It was their third game in 4 nights. They had played the night before. They were a dead team, and the Kings took advantage of it. But I said, okay, that game will mean a lot more to me if you follow it up with a really good game in Indiana on Monday night. Did they do that tonight? No. They only scored 105 points against a team that's got pretty much everyone out. 116-105. Incredible. Well, it was a scheduled game. I didn't say Christie outcoached Spoelstra because he didn't outcoach him. It was a game that all teams go through. Guess what? Houston lost, and they were getting beat badly and lost to a bad team on the same night as they were playing 3 games in 4 nights. It's part of the deal. You don't want the truth? Go listen to someone else. I give you the truth. I give you facts. Just the way it is. With that said, join me tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Fox Sports Sacramento. Hope you can do that. You take care. Appreciate you all. I'm not going to tell you to stay patient. You've been patient for decades. I have no problem with you being impatient. I'm fine with you. You know that. Appreciate you all. Thanks very much. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Hope you can join me over on Fox Sports Sacramento, 104.7 FM, 890 AM at 3 o'clock. Download the Fox Sports KSAC app, and you can listen to me wherever you may be. Until tomorrow at 3, Grant Napier saying, so long, everybody.